Delta weather.
For the third straight morning, the Delta woke up to rain showers moving across the region. The good news is they kind of came to an end as we pushed into the late morning and into the afternoon. But then as we moved kind of closer into the evening hours, we saw a few light showers begin to push through the Delta. But those are now sweeping through and we're beginning to dry out once again. Maybe a few very light showers. We'll call it more of a drizzle hanging on to some of the regions here in the Delta. But it looks like as we zoom out a little bit, we'll continue to see some drier weather move in, at least as we go through the rest of this evening. But then as we go into the overnight hours, once again, we could be looking at the possibility of more rain developing. And the good news is the rain all across the state of Mississippi is actually beginning to fall apart, and even just some very light showers still in the eastern part of Mississippi. So that is some good news I can bring you. But the news that is not good is the flood warnings. They have now extended that to 6 a.m. this morning as the waters are still receding slower than projected. Many areas still seeing quite a good bit of rain, maybe 1 to 2 feet of water still covering some roadways. And so with that, the National Weather Service has bumped it from 11 p.m. to now 6 a.m. in the morning for some of those waters to slowly begin to recede. And as we go in throughout tomorrow, we even have the possibility for more rain on top of that. So they continue to keep the flash flood watches in effect across the entire Delta and almost the entire state of Mississippi until 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. And even that could be extended even as we move into Sunday. We're looking at more heavy rain showers pushing in across the region. And so with that rain slowly beginning to drain off the roadways, it's making it into the rivers, and that's also causing some problems along that as well. As we take a look at the Sunflower River, it'll be cresting tomorrow afternoon at 28 feet. That is at major stages. This is one of the 5th highest crest ever for the Sunflower River. So if you live along that river, please be aware because it will continue to rise over the next 24 hours before it crests tomorrow afternoon. The Big Black River is also rising quickly as well, and will get close to 28 feet by tomorrow afternoon, which is in its moderate stage of flooding. And then for the Yazoo River down towards Yazoo, it'll be cresting around 32.5 feet this evening, right around midnight, which is in the minor stages before beginning to recede a little bit. But all that will be funneling down into the Mississippi. The good news is it's all been falling in our region, so I don't expect the Mississippi River itself to rise above flood stages here in the Delta, but farther south you get down towards Baton Rouge. That's where they could be dealing with some of the Mississippi River flooding. So if there is still some roadways, and as we go over the next couple of days of more rain falling on that, roadways getting flooded again, let's just remember never to drive it. Even if you have an SUV or a truck, 6 inches even in those vehicles is still enough for you to lose control. 2 feet, you can start to get swept away. So let's just remember, be safe, turn around, don't drown out there in the flooding concerns. Officially today, we didn't get nearly that much rain, only 37 hundredths. 25 hundredths happened this morning, then we got another 1/10 of an inch as we got those light showers this afternoon. Greenwood just about an inch and a half, maybe a little shy of that. So they're starting to slowly see the rainfall totals for the days died down. But I think again tomorrow we could be looking at another 1 to 2 inches falling across the region. Temperatures with the rain are a little bit cooler today as we got some drier air moving in. 65 right now in Greenwood, 62 in Greenville, but those will be holding steady. The main reason for that drier air continues to be thanks to that northeasterly flow, and you can see it's gusting at about 18 miles an hour this afternoon. That's what helped a little bit of the drying through the afternoon and will help us remain fairly dry as we go through the evening hours. But as those turn back out of the south as we go throughout much of our Saturday, that's going to help pump the moisture back in. And everyone keeps asking me, when is this system going to move out? Well, it won't be till tomorrow because it is still down in the southern part of Texas where it's continuing to spin and helping to draw that moisture off the Gulf and up into our region. What the good news is, we're finally starting to see a system that's moving into California, bringing some rain showers back through LA. That'll finally kick this out, and so as we go through Sunday, we could finally see those showers make their way in across our areas. So going through tonight will remain relatively dry, but we can't rule out the possibility of a few showers. Then as we go into the late morning into the afternoon, that's when the heavy showers return, and that's when we could pick up the bulk of the moisture throughout much of Saturday. And you can see it continues into the evening hours as well. We won't finally begin to dry out until we push into the overnight hours in the Sunday. Maybe waking up with a little bit of fog Sunday morning, but then as we push into the afternoon, we could be looking at a little bit of sunshine, but that sunshine is going to bring another threat across our region as it could bring severe weather. The main timing for that will be Sunday afternoon from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. The main concerns I'm looking at is 70-mile-an-hour winds, but with the very saturated ground, that'll be easy to knock over trees and power lines. So we're definitely going to need to pay attention to that, along with a low chance for both tornadoes and hail in the region. So tonight, we're just looking at cloudy to fog foggy conditions with some showers developing during the overnight hours. 61 degrees as we head towards the overnight hours. 64 with some scattered showers developing around 8 a.m., becoming turning into some thunder showers by noon, and then we'll have some isolated thunderstorms as we push into the afternoon with temperatures into the lower 70s. Sunday, there's that little bit of break before the thunderstorms return in the evening. Monday looks nice and dry. That will continue into Tuesday as well. But then by Wednesday and Thursday, a slight chances of some showers during the afternoon, but the next widespread chance of rain will then be Thursday night into Friday. So we will have a good 3 or 4 day stretch as we move into the beginning of next week to finally begin to dry out. But unfortunately, we're still going to be dealing with some more of those storms this weekend. So just continue to monitor your situation, heed our advice, just be careful, and just kind of clean up a little bit so we can prevent more flooding as the rain continues to fall over the next 48 hours.
So a busy and probably messy weekend.
That is what it's looking like.
Okay.